I thought that we should pick your brain
Okay.
for the authors on how you approach social media for Bookends and how they should consider approaching it for their own branding and their own careers.
Okay. So, all right. I think that we need to pick a platform, and
Yep.
we picked several,
Yep.
but we're more active and we're reaching different sort of people on different.
Yep. And we've
Platform?
had several over the years that
Right.
have sort of come and gone, or how we've used them come and gone. I mean, I think that we started out with the blog back before there was
2006 or 7, right?
Yeah, and that was before. I think that might have been in the MySpace days, but that was
Wow.
maybe before.
Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, and I don't know when Facebook started, but that was before Facebook was Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and
2009-ish.
all of those things. So
Yeah, but we picked several because writers are across several, Facebook and Twitter, probably most heavily. But the most important part for an author is picking where you think your readers are. So, like cozy mystery readers, romance readers tend to do a lot on Facebook.
right,
But YA is huge on Twitter.
right.
Um,
But I also think it's picking where you want to be.
Yeah, where you're most comfortable. Like, are you going to post pictures every day or are you going to tweet
Right.
every day? Like,
Right.
what can you devote yourself to and what can you commit enough time? Like, what's easiest for you?
Right.
I think if you pick a platform that's too much work and too much energy for you, you're never going to be consistent with it.
Yeah, and you have to like it.
Yeah.
And you have to find a way to like it, which I think is possible for everybody.
Right.
But it takes some time. You can't expect to get on there one day and get it and like it and embrace it.
Right. Yeah. It takes time to get. First, you got to get used to it.
Right.
And I'm sure that comes with engagement too. So you have to grow a following. It takes time.
Yeah, and our Instagram sort of experience or journey has been very interesting because we started Instagram. You weren't originally, you hadn't originally, I think you were still an intern maybe when we were doing Instagram.
Yeah.
And it was very sort of haphazard, just having fun with it, really. But then you jumped in and have taken it over.
Yeah. The thing with Instagram is that it's not like there's not a huge writer community. There's a huge reader community. So it's
Right.
perfect for authors of all genres, really.
Right.
That's why publishers are so active on it because all readers find books there.
Right.
Um,
Well, and what I loved about Instagram, it was a different creative outlet.
yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun. You take pictures and you
Right.
post what you want. But for us, it kept changing for us. So
Yeah.
at first we were doing, like you said, haphazard, whatever.
Yeah.
We were posting just what we saw, what we wanted to post.
Right.
Then we did something where we were posting a lot of our books and trying to use it as like a promo outlet. But now we've sort of shifted into us promoting the agency itself. So we're putting us up there. We're
Right.
putting MSWL up there, things like that.
And that came about because we had sort of, I guess, an epiphany or a learning of what our purpose was on social media and what people would follow us on social media for. Yeah, so most people aren't following a literary agency to look at what to read. Instead, they're looking to learn about the agency. So what you've done now is instead of posting just a picture of a book and a description of the book, you're making it an MSWL for
Right.
the agent, right?
Right, and it's also a good lesson. This is what I was gonna say. It's also a good lesson in knowing how social media changes.
Right.
So platforms change, demographic changes quickly. People age up and age out of social media.
Right.
That all happens. So knowing to change with social media is extremely important. MySpace to Facebook was huge.
Yep.
So if you find that Twitter's not working, you don't have to still commit yourself to it. You can switch to Instagram and develop a following on Instagram too.
And I think you learn as you go.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
these videos are a prime example. I mean, if you watch the first videos, we didn't know what we were doing.
No. Still kind of don't.
Right. And our editing was very minimal. We just
Right.
kind of like shot through it and went. And now we spend more time on each video and edit out, the F-bombs and things like that. But that's all been a learning experience. And I don't think we lose or I don't think we fail by those earlier, rougher videos.
Right, no, not at all.
You have to just do it.
Right, and that's lesson number 1. You have to pick your platform, learn it, know it, and then you can get stuff. Like, it's you develop a following and learning your platform.
Right.
And I think it's fine to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes on it. You're going to tweet or do things that you probably shouldn't or don't have to. But you learn it and you learn to love it. And you have to.
Yeah. Well, when you say pick your platform, you do think people could try multiple platforms.
Yeah, for sure. You can do multiple platforms, but again, you have to be able to devote your time to it. Like, you can't pick every platform and then drop out on 3 in a week or 2. Like, you don't want to go a certain amount of time not posting.
And if you're going to do that, then just drop the platform.
Yeah, just don't use it.
You just don't have to. You don't have to go there just because you have it.
Right, and well, that's a good thing for us
right.
with Facebook. We don't use Facebook so much, but we link almost everything to Facebook.
Right.
Our blog and our Instagram go there, and I'm in there weekly and I respond to comments. But you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a full-time job.
But consistency is important.
Yes, consistency is a full-time job, but the actual platform is not a full-time job. There are ways around it and upkeeping it.
Yeah. I mean, I know for me, when I started the blog, I was very committed to posting 5 days a week, and I was an insane person. And I quit the blog for a few years, to be honest. It just became too much, and then I missed it, and I went back. Now I try to consistently post about 3 days a week. No.
Twitter, Instagram, I wouldn't go a week. Really, I would never go a full week without posting.
Right.
And also, when you are posting, I'd follow the 80-20 rule.
Yeah, what's that?
And it's 20% your book and your promotion.
Yeah.
80% interaction, other things, anything non-book.
Yeah, which could kind of be book related, but it's more personal.
Right, of course. But you don't want to do 20. You would want to do 20% of this is my book, buy my book, and 80% of talking about writer stuff, talking about what you cooked for dinner last night, things like that. Being a person.
Your other passions.
Yeah, being a person.
Yeah. Oh, that's our phone.
You can just let it ring.
Yeah, we will. That's really irritating. So I think a lot of people are maybe unnecessarily frightened of social media. I mean, we find it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah, I do too.
You just have to try new things, know who you want to be on social media, and stick with it.
And sometimes who you want to be is a little bit of the journey. Like, get on there and follow us.
Follow us.
All of our social media platforms.
Can you edit a little twinkle in my eye?
That'd be amazing.
You gotta try.
Hey Buford, don't you think everybody should subscribe to our YouTube videos? I do. They should also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and check out our website for a ton more great information, just like they heard today. And of course, to find out how to become a BookEnds client.